love that thing. Hey guys, welcome to the ranch. I finally know what I'm doing with this thing. So last year I put a video out saying, hey, this thing's here, it's pretty cool. It's literally like a concrete bunker built into the side of this hill. It's whatever, like 8 feet tall, about 10 feet wide, 30 feet deep. And yeah, it's nice. It stays temperate. It's cool right now. It's stays warmer in the winter, stays about freezing. We do have power, and there's a little 110 volt heater that gets plugged in. Seems a little sketch, but apparently that's what the previous owners used to keep this thing, you know, balmy 3-4 degrees Celsius. It's gonna be like high 30s Fahrenheit. And yeah, that's what she did. They kept all their vegetables and stuff in here. Anyways, I posed the question to you guys, what should I do with this space? Oh yeah, this is a solid 10 feet wide, at least. Wicked. So I haven't been in here in a little while. I see one light's burnt out. And allegedly my light back here is also burnt out. Yeah, there's more. But wait, there's more. I feel slightly freaked out because normally I can see. I don't even have my flashlight on me. Anyways, it goes back like another 10 feet back there. They have this extra wall of hay here again, just to keep, that's the deepest part of the hill, right? So it would stay the warmest in the winter. They kept their potatoes and stuff back there. They used to have a big garden. So anyways, that's that. What I'm going to do with it, well, that's a hint right there. That's my little ATC 70. It's not actually a Christmas special, 1983 though. Aftermarket fenders, all that kind of stuff. We'll go look for it in a second. It's cool. I'll do a little dedicated video on it, but I picked this thing up for pretty cheap. Again, aftermarket parts, aftermarket fiberglass tank, done up like the Christmas special, but not the Christmas special. And that is not the factory engine. That's a Piranha 140, and this thing gives her shit. It's awesome. Well, 4-speed, frick. First time I got this thing home, yeah, it's one of the few times I've fallen off an ATV and that thing kept going. It rode off sideways on the wall inside my shed. I thought it was a 1 down, 4 up. No, it was nothing. Neutral's at the bottom, you crank up. So here I cranked all the way to the neutral, put it back up 1, thinking it was in neutral, but it was actually in first. And then I decided to let the clutch out while simultaneously giving her a little rev. This is the twist throttle. And I'm also not used to that style. Everything else I'm used to the thumb throttle. So the throttle by wire or whatever. And frick, that thing jumped. It literally went off the side of the wall before it like crashed and stopped. I felt so bad. I put a couple scratches in the fenders, but overall it was pretty undamaged. And I had a couple bumps and bruises, but man, I learned a new respect for trikes after that. And I learned what I was doing. I learned properly to make sure it was always in neutral before I goofed around. Anyways, the grand plan with this thing is it's going to be a garage. A little motor garage over the winter, not over the summer. I mean, I could put some better lights in here, some of those Costco LED whatevers, and that'll be nice. But I don't really plan on working on things in here in the winter. The idea though is I'll have all my main stuff in the garage heated that I'm going to use, like snow blower or, you know, even just the leaf blower that I use for blowing off the deck and stuff of snow. And probably the side-by-side or the Razor if I can get it in there. Or the Can-Am with the plow. That's the plan. But in here, all the other stuff, all the other small engines, I'm going to leave them in here. That way they don't freeze and they don't get that freeze-thaw cycle. Because when you do that, the thing is, that's really hard on the oil and the fluids and everything. When it freezes, it brings in moisture. It's not good. It's not good for your engine to get water in with the oil. And then it really degrades your oil. And you have to change your oil more often. If you use a good quality oil, I use Rotella T6 in everything. Except for I haven't put that in this yet. This got some fresh 10W40. Just ATV stuff. But everything else, like pressure washers, you don't want those things to freeze for other reasons, like inside your pump. But there's lots of cool stuff that I'm just gonna keep out in here. I've got like 20 or 30 small engines now. So whatever's not crucial for the winter that I need to keep in the garage, handy and accessible, I'm gonna park in here. These things not included, because these are the previous owners and they just left them here. They kind of abandoned them. And I don't know if they're actually worth doing anything for. at least not now. So I will punt them for now, most likely, and fill all my own stuff in here. Any other quads I'm not using for the winter, all that good stuff. So it'll stay in here so it stays nice and fresh. And that's the deal. That's the plan. Hope you guys approve. Don't really care if you don't, because it's my bunker and I'm going to do what I want to do in my bunker. Yeah, frick. This is higher than 8 feet. I could touch it if that was 8 feet. That's probably 8.5. I got to get proper measurements of this, but it's really cool. The previous owner worked in concrete and he built this thing. It's freaking cool. So anyways, someone else mentioned that I should probably put a different type of latch on here that's less prone to locking oneself in. So I'll do that. In the meantime, I'll just use a trusty piece of something heavy. That's not really heavy, but the door won't close with that there. And yeah, that's the spiel. So again, we have power. We got a little 110 heater that will keep the place running. I got a buddy who's an electrician, so I might get him to give her a little once over before the fall, just to make sure we got everything dialed in. Nothing's gonna burn down, but yeah, should be good. That's I think that's that. We'll take a quick little cruise over to the other shed. I'll show you a couple of the, you'll see all the stuff I got. It's too much stuff, but it all has a purpose. I think I have 10 different implements that cut grass or trees. Actually, there might be more than that, but they all have a purpose and they're awesome. And I'm glad that I have them. So anyways, stick around if you want to see that thing all decked out for the fall. We're gradually cleaning up all the area in here, doing a nice, there's lots of quad trails. I'm slowly working on all these little coulees and ravines and stuff are all grown in like crazy. All these old corrals here. There was a ranch here at one point. And then there's a berry orchard. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. And I'm a busy guy. So this is my evenings and weekends. Glad to bring you guys along for the ride. Sometimes literally. And yeah, thanks for, I like sharing stuff. This is also just kind of me documenting this for my future kids whenever they come along. And I'll probably get some kicks when I'm 60 watching the crazy stuff I got up to when I was 30. So anyways, that's it for now. Let's hop on the trike. And oh, I'll show you the other shop real swift too. But for now, let's cruise. This is where I'm working on clearing out. Lots of deadfall. It's where a pole saw is such a handy unit. I can trim all that off real nice and clean without getting up on any kind of aerial platform. It's crazy how thick the canopy grew in here, but we're cleaning it out to the point where I can rip around in here with that little thing and walk the dogs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this thing's been an absolute beast. Billy goat, brush cutter, Outback, frick. This thing's like hydro. This is the best purchase I made last year. It's just a beast. Anyways, that's probably kind of boring. That's one of the things though. That's one of the, I just changed oil on that. Threw some fresh Rotella 6, and that's gonna get parked in that little shop right over there because I'm not gonna use that in the winter. My Ramy brush cutter for the ATV too. It's a fun trail back in there. It's all the way up top to the field. That thing is so bloody much fun. I love it. Anyways, this is the other shop. It's not insulated worth a hoot. So, and we got lots of stuff. We got whippersnippers and brush cutters and hedge clippers and chainsaws and this big old unit from Finland. Pretty excited about that. It's a big old brush cutter you're meant to mount to the front of an ATV. It's actually why I got this ATV. Canon Renegade. This thing's quite the beast. This might stay in the garage because I might do a plow mount now that I've got it all rigged up for this dang thing. Which, except for the fact that the previous owners cut this off, they modified it for a UTV or something. Didn't tell me. I was not impressed. They said it was basically brand new. Nothing wrong with it except for the freaking mount. So I can't mount it to this until I rig up something. I gotta weld something and make some steel or whatever. Everything else is ready to go. Got my bracket under there and everything. So I'm definitely gonna get a plow for this for the winter. So I might want to keep this in the garage. It'll be fighting for space with the Razor. All these other guys though will chill out probably in the bunker is my thought. I'll use this as a garage, I guess, for the truck probably. It's out of the elements. It'll still stay nicer, but yeah. Chainsaws, hedge clippers, all that good stuff that doesn't get used in the winter. The chainsaw, I'll keep a chainsaw hanging in the garage because it is nice clearing deadfall or having something to clear deadfall with. Trails, actually that's a good point. Trails. I got that thing because my friend and I got a whole bunch of land way out over there. We picked up another 140 acres. Some is going to be his. Most of it's going to be his right now. I'm buying a bunch from him over time. But all that big chunk over there, full of trails. We're going to clear them. We got some really rough trails now, but they'll be coming. Bring you guys along for the ride. A lot of fun clearing stuff like that. And yeah, it's going to be sweet. Imagine ripping through all that valley land with this little trike. Gonna be super fun. Anyways, I gotta go over on that thing and cut some grass because it's starting to grow. So that's that. I'll show you guys that. That's actually a fun rig too. That'll be a separate video. My fun trike pull behind mowing machine. It's actually probably one of the most fun ways to cut grass is with a trike. Anyways, that's all for now. Cheerio.